Hi, welcome to our channel, We're the Rolling Rounds.
Our channel shows our holidays around the UK in our touring caravan. I'm Isla.
And I'm Isaac. This is our dad Andrew.
This is our mum Gemma. And this is our furry friend Lando.
Join us on this video where our last one ended, as we say goodbye to Clubfest and we battle the festival traffic, leaving Bolesworth Castle and make our way towards Lady Margaret's Park in the village of Chirk, perched right on the border of Wales and England. Lady Margaret Park! So we've left the chaos of Clubfest and arrived here at Lady Margaret Park. Stark contrast to the chaos of Clubfest. Hello? The sun's out.
No, I need to move my chair because you put me in the shade.
Oh, you're in the shade,
You
yeah.
put Gemma in the shade.
Get over here. Ready? Yeah. Come here. Everybody's sunbathing. So good morning, welcome to Lady Margaret Park. This is the day after Clubfest, and we didn't do a lot yesterday. We arrived in the rain and we set up in the rain, and then the rain sort of stopped and we just appreciated the sun for a little while, so we didn't do a lot. But this site is so peaceful. We've been here before. It's one of our favourite sites, I think, certainly one of mine anyway. It's got a brand new facilities block, so smart inside. Lovely play area for the kids, which you can probably see in the background. And got a couple of nice little dog walks. It's so peaceful. This area is known as the Dell, Primrose Dell. It has a different feel to the other part of the site. It's like a dead end. So unless there are no other pitches on the site, it's not really an area that you want to drive down, because you will have to back out. There is a turning circle for the first part of it, but at the end of it there isn't. So this is the location of the dog walk. As you can see, we're only about 30 seconds into the dog walk and we're surrounded by trees. Definitely has like a woodland vibe to it. So if you're down that Primrose Dell, you'll feel like you're in a woodland setting, as opposed to the rest of the site where it just feels like a traditional caravan and motorhome club site. This is one of two dog walks on the site. This is the original one. This was here last time we came. The other one, as far as I can remember, wasn't there. The other one's not as well established and isn't as easy underfoot to walk, so if you're less able, this is the one for you. The other one's quite narrow, more of a woodland path that is more of a natural cut through the land. This one seems to be more man-made. You're walking on bark, so it feels a bit spongy underfoot, but easy to walk. And it's not very long, but if you've got a smaller dog or an older dog, it's ideal. Plenty of smells for them to work their brain. And it's ideal just on a night to stroll your dog through just to make sure they're empty. Like all caravan and motorhome club sites, your dog needs to stay on a lead at all times, so if you come in, I'd recommend an extender lead, and also a tie down or a tie out stake, or a ground screw or something to keep your dog, to give them that little bit of freedom, but also to keep them secure. This is nearing the end of the dog walk. It starts to turn the corner and drop down the hill back down towards the bottom of the caravans at the Primrose Dell. As I said, that is a dead end, so don't get driving down there with your 6-berth caravan unless you know you really want to pitch down there, because there is no turning circle, and you will be doing a 3-point turn on a very tight, narrow road. And like all caravan and motorhome club sites, good access to wastewater, drinking water. Just behind that brick wall is one of your chemical waste disposal points. I think they're dressing their motorhome up in the, or camper van up in the weather that they're wishing for, rather than what we're getting. Here's the visitor hut, the information room. You can see in here there's all useful places, leaflets for places, days out, places to visit, eating out guide, walks of the Chirk and surrounding area, and then just general useful information like hospitals, bus timetables, etc. First aid kit, just in case anybody needs one, and then information for solo travellers, ordnance survey map, and then local area. The facilities block at Lady Margaret's Park is very smart. It was rebuilt about 18 months ago for a new modern style, and it's one of the newer style facilities blocks whereby it's sort of mirror imaged on both sides, so even when half of it's being cleaned, the other half remains open, so it sort of ensures that the facilities block is always open for somebody at all times. It's brilliant design, it's really smart, everything looks clean, it's always clean, and it's lovely and warm in there all the time. Brilliant, it's a beautiful site. This here is the other second dog walk. This is the new addition to last time we've been here. Not sure if this was an established dog walk made by the site, or whether it's just one that's been cut through by visitors. But it's now sort of been accepted as a dog walk anyway. As you can see, it's not quite as well established as the other one, but it does feel more natural. Where if you're not great on your feet, or find walking on difficult terrain hard, stick to the other one. As you can see through the trees, that's the other little area of the site where you can park in the woodland. Again, there's a small turning circle, and usually you mainly see motorhomes down there, but you can see some caravans with awnings down there. And we're back where we started. This one is a circular walk, brings you back out at the entrance where you came in. As I said, it's quite undulating, there's a camber to it, sometimes it's quite narrow. If none of that's for you, use the other one. The Experience Freedom at Lady Margaret's Park is open for booking. I think it was brand new and it started this week, and as you can see, everyone's empty. Although the landscaping of the site doesn't look complete yet, I think it is all open for booking and for reservations. Looking at the website, you can book this week. This is Whitsun week of 2025, and there isn't a single unit yet booked as far as I can see. They do look very modern. It's a similar setup to what they've got at Morton in the Marsh, where you have these funny little trucks to carry your things to your chalets or your safari tent or yurt, whichever you want. And then, just like Morton in Marsh, there's a fire pit that you can come down, do s'mores, sit around, a bit of a communal area. With this being Whitsun in the school holidays, you would have thought at least one of them would have been leased by now. All of them seem to have their own barbecuing point, and as you can see, they all have external decking. Not sure if you can see into there, but you can just about make out that there is like an upstairs seating or upstairs sleeping area. They do look very posh, they look really smart. I'll insert a few photographs because it doesn't come out too well on video, but I'll try and insert a few photographs of where I can see. So the two furthest away safari tents seem to have outdoor seating areas, undercover seating areas, which the other one doesn't. That might be a deal breaker for you, especially Wales. It does tend to rain a lot. That large factory unit you can see in the background is the industrial estate just on the right as you enter towards the site. Part of it is a plywood factory, and the other one is the Mondelez Cadbury's factory. So if you cannot smell a freshly cut timber, it's the smell of cocoa, and Isla keeps telling us that she can smell freshly baked brownies. So you know, there are worse smells to smell, don't get me wrong, you know, freshly cut timber and chocolate. I think the only thing that could get better is if they had a bakery nearby and maybe a coffee facility, and then you'd have the holy trinity of all nice smells. It's all level, no steps, tarmac paths, nothing for you to worry about. So this is the accessible experience freedom unit that they offer. It's got a very large external decking, a little bit of undercover shelter, a gate in case you have children, toddlers, or maybe even pets. I'm not sure if this is a pet friendly one. And there's the ramp, and you can see your barbecuing point, and that's where you'll be eating, all the way down there. And these are the pitches for caravans and motorhomes and camper vans. These are all touring pitches for caravans or motorhomes with awnings. Good size, they look fairly level. So this is the gate at the end of the site, and it brings you into this field. It looks like it's been cleared, so presumably this will be landscaped or utilised for something in the future. So I'm walking across this field at the moment over to the other gate that you can see behind me in the distance, probably, not sure. Well, this wasn't here last time we came. This was a field that you couldn't access. There is a gate over there which looks to be the same as the one we've come in on, so I'm hoping that's going to be open. That leads you out onto the road that you would actually drive in on when you arrive at Lady Margaret Park. It's the road that you would approach Chirk Castle on. On the opposite side of that road, that is where you pick up the canal network. You can drop down onto the canal and you can walk in the direction that we're going in now towards, and I know I'm going to butcher the name of this, Pontcysyllte Aqueduct, the really large, well-known aqueduct that you'll see on photographs and used in TV shows. They recently were filming episodes of the Peaky Blinders there. There were photographs online of Cillian Murphy on a barge going across it. But it's an impressive feat of engineering and architecture. It's a good walk along the canal network in that direction, but it is all flat. I can't remember there being any locks, so it is all completely flat. It's a canal towpath, so you know, depending on time of the season of the year, how much rainfall you've had, you know, you could be up to your eyeballs in mud, or it could be as dry as a bone. We came when it was relatively wet, and I can't remember that it was particularly bad then, so it should be fine. Straight opposite that gate, that's down to the canal network. And as you can see, there are a few barges in the distance. The approach road to Lady Margaret's Park is fine, it's quite wide. The narrowest point, the choke point you'll have, is the bridge across the rail network behind me. That is, you know, it's the width of one car. You know, if you tow a caravan and you're meeting somebody there, tough luck, unfortunately. So we're approaching Chirk Castle gates. It says turn right for Chirk Castle. There's Chirk Castle gates. And then down there, Caravan and Motorhome club site. Lady Margaret's Park is one of the Caravan and Motorhome club sites that are trialling the AMPR approach check-in. You just tell them your number plate on your vehicle, and as you arrive you approach the barriers and it just flashes up your number plate and lets you on. Everything's done by text message if you want it to be. It doesn't have to be. We quite like the check-in process. We like having a little chat to the people on site. They give you the lowdown on the area and tell you if there are any food vans on site and anything you should know about. If you don't like that and you just want to speak to nobody and get on your pitch as fast as possible, make sure you've completely paid your balance before you arrive. The barrier will just open up. You'll already have had a text message suggesting what kind of pitch to look for, one with the white peg, one with the blue peg, one with the red peg, whatever, and then you just text, you reply to that text with the pitch number that you've selected, just the number of the pitch. As I said, if you like the approach, if you like the meet and greet, you like to speak to people, don't pay your full balance before you arrive, and then when you arrive you will have no choice but to go to the check-in lane and then get out your vehicle and go in and pay the balance and check in like normal. As you can see, we're walking too fast. Might have to slow down to like 5 miles an hour. There we go. But one thing you do see here is rabbits everywhere. And they're out all times of the day and they're extremely tame. You can get within 4 to 5 feet of them before they'll run away. I'm going to head back to the caravan now and see what today's adventure brings. And that's us down there. We're right into the aqueduct, aren't we, Isaac? The big one? Yeah. Supposedly the world's largest navigable aqueduct. Whoa. Just gone through some mud. Yeah, it's the world's largest navigable aqueduct. It took 10 years to build. It was designed by Thomas Telford and was completed by 1805, I think it was. And it's supposedly the world's tallest navigable aqueduct. Second largest is in France, and this one is over three times taller than the next tallest one. So we're on our way there now. Oh yeah. I think they've just had a crash. Oh dear, Isaac, what happened there? I think they've just had a crash. They nearly capsized their barge trying to miss the kayak. approaching Chirk Marina. Yeah.
That's like you have a look in there.
Yeah, don't know what's the difference. Yeah. I think 5 feet, that's 2. So we went to find a drink and possibly an ice cream before deciding to begin the descent down to the base of the aqueduct on the River Dee. Stand here, Isaac, I'll take your picture. Just stay there. It's 200 years old, this, huh? Impressive still. Look how big it is.
I'm not gonna lie, no, when you want people are scared.
Yeah, that's to say, you don't appreciate how high it is when you're up there. I know that when you come down, you get a true idea of actually how big it is. It's quite a fast flowing river. You wouldn't want to fall in. You'll be gone. Have a swim. Have a swim. So the aqueduct is made of thin plates of iron, all bolted together, sat on 18 pillars. Each one is topped with iron, and it carries the Llangollen Canal from England into Wales, straight over the River Dee.
Dee!
Yeah.
This is the aqueduct we just walked over. It's got 18 pillars. It's 36,
38
uh,
metres.
38 metres high. 106 feet high.
126 feet.
126.
So up there, it's 126 feet from the top down to the River Dee. Impressive feat of engineering. You can see people walking up there. People are terrified. They're holding onto the handrails when we're walking across. Back to the top.
I'm like 99 now.
Very windy.
I know.
At least the bikes are still there.
Good.
So we got over the aqueduct. We're on our way back to the campsite on our bikes.
Again.
We'll see you in a bit when we get there.
Hey.
You're tired? Now he's got the energy to burst in front of me after moaning he was tired coming up the hill. It's barbecue night.
As well.
And Isaac seems to be in charge of the burgers and the onions tonight. How's the chef feeling?
Good.
Good, okay. Can't wait. We're all feeling peckish.
Did you see the burger there? There's flames on the burger. The burger bit there. The one where you made a mess. It's gone through black now.
How's for Isaac's burgers?
They were good.
Good.
Very good. You can cook them again.
Good at me.
Lando's waiting patiently.
Cooked, have you?
I'm sure there'll be something left for you, Woofer. What do you think of your own cooking there, Isaac?
Good.
You done a good job? Yeah. What do you think of Isaac's cooking for tea? Oh, hang on, she's still sampling it.
Good.
It was good.
Mhm.
How many out of 10?
10.
Oh, 10 out of 10. Isaac's cooking again then.
No, me.
Oh, you're cooking next time?
Yeah.
Oh, well. Can't wait then. Join us in part 2 where our adventure continues. We push the limit at Zip World, walk the canal back into England and face the darkness of Chirk Tunnel.